Hello everyone, this video is a explanation of a complete date set of Australian half sovereigns with every date represented between 1855 and 1918. There are 67 coins in the set and there are all of the scarce and rare dates that are normally included. It contains everything from the Australia's rarest circulating coin, the 1855 half struck at the Sydney Mint, right through to the 1918 Perth. The very last date in the series. Each and every date is represented in the set. The set includes just shy of 8 ounces of solid gold, which is something that in this day and age with rising metal prices is certainly an added bonus, and it's really is a rare achievement, and it's one that's attained by very few collectors ever in the history of Australian numismatics. Now the coins in this set, the majority of them are quite affordable in that they're only priced at a modest premium over their metal value. Something about half sovereigns as a coin relative to other coins that sets them apart. They really are a very fragile beast in that they were struck in low numbers, relatively low numbers, certainly relative to sovereigns, and they were made according to economic demand in the geographical area that they were struck in. So the vast majority of half sovereigns entered circulation and they weren't used as a store of value. Very few of them were kept by members of the general public or saved. So half sovereigns as a rule are generally rare to begin with, very, very low mintages, and they're exceedingly rare in mint state. If we look at one half sovereign sort of two or three generations ago in Australia, if a family had a half sovereign in their glory box, it was regarded as an item of real value. And if a family had a handful of half sovereigns, well, that was really wealth pretty much in its most fundamental form. There's nothing defines wealth more succinctly than gold. So a complete date set of Australian half sovereigns with each and every date represented from the very first year that they were made right through to the last year that they were made in 1918. That's a true achievement, and it's one that not too many collectors in Australia can say that they've been able to master. So this particular set has been put together by a dedicated collector over an extended period of time, and I'll just show you briefly a profile of the most important coins that are in it. Now, the 1855 half sovereign is the first coin in this set, and this particular example really is a great way of kicking it off. As you can see, it's reasonably well circulated. The good thing is that it is an honest and excellent representation of the first year that this denomination was struck in Australia. It's got some reasonable wear across both sides. The important thing is it's got full rims on the obverse and on the reverse. It's got a full ear to Victoria, and apart from a couple of light marks here and there, it's problem free, and it's a really good representation. There are only about 50, possibly 60 of these in existence, and this is a good representation of the date, and it's a coin that turns up possibly once every 2 to 3 years in any condition, and it's a coin that not many collectors can say that they've owned. The other date in the Type 1 series is the 1856. The example that we have in this collection is the standard reverse type, and at $275 it's priced really at only a modest amount above its gold value, especially when you consider the age of the coin. I'll say, by the way, that if you are interested in looking at photographs of the majority of the coins or all of the coins in this set, you can visit our Flickr account, and there's a link to that on this web page. So the most attractive or important coin in the Type 2 series in this collection is the 1859. It's graded VF, and as you can see, there's a really strong detail on the portrait, good braid on Victoria's hairline, and the laurel wreath is quite strong, and there's great detail on the reverse also. That really is a very underrated date in top grade, and I know a couple of collectors that have worked on date sets of half sovereigns, and this particular date is one that eluded many of them for a long while. That's a listing of the other dates in the Type 2 series. All of the reference numbers are included, so you can check, they're all graded, and there's the price. So you can see the majority of the coins really are selling out a modest premium over their metal value. The most important coin in the Young Head series of this half sovereign set is the 1885 Melbourne. Again, it's fairly well circulated. Reason being is that there were only 11,000 of these coins struck in that year at the Melbourne Mint. So it is rare in any condition, and you know, this particular example has got an even wear both sides, and again, it's an honest example. That's a list of all of the other coins in the Young Head series, and again, you can see that in many ways this set is excellent value for money because the majority of the coins are only being priced at a modest premium above their gold value. The most expensive coin in this set is the 1887 Melbourne, which in about VF condition still commands a pretty reasonable price. So the Jubilee Head series, which is apparently Queen Victoria's favourite portrait of herself. This particular example was in the famed Quartermaster collection. It is arguably the finest example known of this particular portrait type. It has what's called the normal JEB initials on the truncation of Victoria's bust, JEB being Joseph Edgar Bowen, the engraver of this portrait. So it, in and of itself, is a truly exceptional coin that will be in demand with discerning half-sovereign collectors. The rest of the coins in this set are, as you can see, listed down there. 1900 Melbourne. This is not a particularly rare date by any stretch, but in this condition it really is an attractive example of this type. You can see that this particular example is graded about uncirculated condition, and you can see it's got lovely lustre all over both sides. There's only a minimal amount of wear on the high points of the portrait, and that's all that prevents it from being graded as uncirculated condition. But it really is a lovely example. You can see that there are, what have we got, 2 coins in about uncirculated condition. We believe we've priced them very competitively relative to where the market's at, and the rest of them are just a modest amount value above their metal value. The Edward half sovereigns really are quite rare and unappreciated, I think, by the vast majority of collectors. You look at a coin like this and you think, well, you know, it's got a lot of wear on the tail side, it's quite flat, there's friction in the fields, it really can't be superior condition. The thing is that Edward half sovereigns were struck in incredibly low numbers, and the vast majority of them, very, very few of them, remain in mint condition. I think the finest example I've seen of the 1908 Perth is a coin that's graded good extremely fine, so probably certainly better than this example, but certainly not choice uncirculated condition or anything like that. The highest condition coin in this set is the 1910 Sydney in about uncirculated condition. It's not a rare coin, so it's got quite a competitive price, $395. So the rest of them are priced again at a modest premium above their gold value. The last series in the Australian half sovereign set is the portrait of King George V, and this is a really enigmatic date, the 1918 Perth. It's the last half sovereign struck. You know, there's a interesting story just behind the release of this coin alone. This particular example does have some rubbing and friction on the obverse. The reverse has been weakly struck, but that's quite normal for this date. Graded very fine. You know, you can see that it really is excellent value for money at that price. And the rest of the coins in that set, there are a couple in mint state. 1915 Melbourne, Perth and Sydney are all in mint condition without any wear, and the rest of them are priced at a really great price. So there's the summary of them. There are 67 coins in the set. Total price is $86,000 odd dollars. If you take out the $27,500 for the 1855. That really brings the average price per coin down particularly. You remove the 1887 Melbourne Jubilee head out of the Quartermaster collection, and the vast majority of the coins in this set are priced at a modest premium above their gold value. So I believe that this is excellent value for money. It's complete in and of itself. You could buy this and set it aside and admire it and store it as a store of value, and it's something that can be celebrated as a real achievement. Or it can be added to or upgraded over an extended period of time. So where you've got coins that are fairly heavily circulated, they can be always upgraded and replaced with an item in much better condition. So again, if you'd like more information on any of the coins, don't hesitate to contact us. We've got a link on our website to the Flickr account, which has high resolution photographs of each and every individual coin. You're welcome to come and examine the coins at our office in Fremantle, and we'll include a handcrafted Jarrah storage and presentation case. It'll be custom made for this, just for this set alone, and we'll provide a CD-ROM disc with images of each and every single coin in the set.